And welcome to A Break from the Grind, a charitable edition. I'm your host, Jason, and with me, as always, is my co-host, George. Say hi to the people, George.
What's up, people? Great people of America, great people of the world. We have missed you. That's all I gotta say.
It's been a while it's been a hot minute since you and I have done a show. What the kids might say, a long time. I think tapes were in style back when when we'd last did a show.
I think it was 8-tracks, to be honest. Like 8-tracks were the thing. Yeah, for sure,
okay.
Dude. It's been it has though. It's been a while since we've done a show. We just got busy with work and life and work life.
Yeah, there is no balance there. But here's the thing, and George will get into it. We have a special giveaway tonight. If you follow George on Twitter, which I might not, but the rest of you probably do. If you follow George on Twitter, you probably have seen a post where he said we've got a Scott Fishbowl 11 a spot to give away. We're going to give away that tonight here with the Wonder Wheel of Doom. I wanted to spin it 30 something times. There's 30 names. I wanted to count it down from 30 whatever down to 1. George said no. We're gonna have to settle for his fan as the spinning thing, and then we're only gonna spin the wheel once. We're gonna give away a Scott Fishbowl 11 prize, and the reason we're doing that is because you guys wrote in and let us know how charitable you are in your lives. And sticking with the spirit of Scott Fishbowl, we wanted your charity to become a way to get into Scott's charity. George, we also want to talk about our charity. We call it Break from the Grind Charities. It's every year we donate money to Toys for Tots, kind of like Scott does, on a much smaller scale. But it's getting bigger. George, what did we raise last year? Yeah,
last year we raised $11,200. And that was all through donations for people to join our fantasy football leagues. So essentially what we do is Jason and I go on Pristine Auction, and we spend our personal money on autographed memorabilia, and then we take that memorabilia and we turn it into charity football leagues where you donate money to the charity and you get to play in a league, and then the winner of the league gets that prize. It's been a pretty successful endeavor so far, I would say. It's grown and grown and grown year after year. Absolutely love being able to go to Target to buy the toys for the kids and deliver them all to the distribution center for Toys for Tots. Kind of jealous. Last year, Jason, his wife and kids, my wife, and my kids got to actually go to the distribution center to help hand out the toys to the families that had signed up and were in need. Unfortunately for me, I was stuck at work that day and could not get off. But Jason, you got to do that. What did you think?
First of all, it's a lot of work. So we started there.
It really is.
Yeah, started there first thing in the morning. The day they started handing out the toys. Due to our last minute donation of, it wasn't 11,000 because we spread it out over a couple states, but several $1,000s worth of toys. I don't remember exactly what we gave our local chapter, but it was somewhere around 7,000 to 8,000, and then we sent the rest of it out to a couple of different states. Due to our donations, they were able to do what they call restuffing the bags. So as they're trying to give people toys that they want, based on the amount of stuff they have, they put a couple of toys in, and then when we brought in our amount, they were able to go back to some of the bags that were, only had a couple toys in it, and we had to go through and like fluff them up and give them, 3 or 4 more toys. So, every kid was getting 5, 6, 7 toys, awesome. which is amazing. But that was the start of it. They give you a list of, hey, it's a girl that's 4 years old. Go find some stuff that she would like. It's a boy that's 8. Go find some stuff he would like. And so we did that for the first several hours. And then after that, when people started showing up, we would run people's bags from the warehouse out to them as they were pulling up to get the toys, and literally
that's
running.
Where the work comes in, right?
Yeah, it nonstop for hours. We were I had to get home to watch my kids, but I was there for 7 hours, and they were going to be there for several more after that. And they give you a number, and if there's a bike involved, another number for a bike. So you run over and you grab their bag, and you run over and grab their bike. You wheel the bike out, you wheel the bag out. And, with some of them, it's great because the kids actually are there. It's unfortunate that it can't be a surprise for Christmas, but, a lot of people that require this type of thing, they also can't pay for a sitter to go pick up some toys or pick up a bike. Now, all the toys are black wrapped so that the kids can't see what it is. But if it's a bike, there's no hiding a bike, right? Like, it is
Correct.
what it is.
It's not fitting in the trash bag.
So it's unfortunate those things couldn't be a surprise, but it is cool to watch their face as they see that they're getting a bike. And it's why I pushed. George will tell you, I pushed hard for a lot of bikes last year.
Every year you are the bike king. You push for bikes like it's nobody's business. And I absolutely love it. Last year, the year before that, we did 10 bikes or 11 bikes, and I think
10
this
bikes,
year we were like 15 or 16 bikes. Like, we did a ton.
And George, you know what? We've already got 4 bikes in your shed.
I know. There's already 4 bikes for this coming year in the shed. That is awesome.
So go ahead.
So again, the way we do this is through our charity leagues. I am actually currently accepting donations for one of the charity leagues that is already up and running. It's the winner of that league is going to get a Jonathan Taylor autographed jersey. If I was a good host, I would have it right here and be like, this is the actual jersey. It's not, it comes with a certificate of authenticity from Pristine Auction, but I'm a bad host. I didn't come prepared, and it's in
nobody would ever accuse us of being prepared. But
this is true.
Here's what I can say. So if you guys like autograph memorabilia, whiwhich I know you do,
everybody
reach out to George. Reach out to George or I. Our ats are at the bottom there. We have several leagues. Yeah, follow us on Twitter, but I'm not worried about the random follow. Like, you can message us, let us know you're interested in leagues, ask us what we have, just off the top of my head, because I didn't prepare the list either.
I have a list of everything. If you want, I can give you the list of everything.
Yeah,
we have a Brandon Ayuk jersey that's for a Dynasty League, a Cortland Sutton jersey that's going to a Dynasty League, Keenan Allen, we've got a ring, a DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, Cam Akers. We got a Michael Irvin autographed Lombardi Trophy replica. It's not the actual Lombardi Trophy. He didn't go to Dallas and steal one of their trophies and autograph it and give it to us. Although, Michael, I know you're watching. So if you decide to go to Dallas and steal an actual Lombardi Trophy and autograph it and then give it to us, we'll make it work, okay? We'll do something with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. We got a Calvin Ridley jersey. We have a Justin Fields jersey that's going to one of the Dynasty Leagues. We got a Miles Sanders mini helmet, DJ Moore jersey, Laviska Shenault jersey. And one of my favorite ones that we have is the mystery box. We're not going to tell anybody what's in the mystery box. All I'm going to say is it's something I actually really, really want. It's a very well-known, high-profile player that we just took a random mystery box off Pristine Auction. Jason got the jersey. We opened it up so we would know who it is, but we're not going to tell anybody else what's in it. It'll be a surprise. And I want that jersey myself. Unfortunately, I'm not eligible for any of those. So the mystery box, I think, is going to be my favorite league.
Yeah, and here's the thing about it. I can promise you, much like all of our dynasty leagues, all of our fantasy football leagues, it's not a kicker. There's no kicker. So it's
we do have an Eddie Lacy jersey, but that's not the mystery one.
No, if that's a disappointing league right there. So anyway, lots of opportunities to win. We're still looking to buy. We had our eyes on a couple other prizes. We're not done yet. Lots of stuff. If you're interested in any of the jerseys or helmets or mini helmets or whatever we have, talk to George or I. We'll get you in one of these leagues. Like I said, it's going to be a buy-in. Depending on the price of the buy-in is going to depend on the cost of the prize, basically.
Not a buy-in, it's a donation.
Yeah, it's a donation. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yep.
Donation. So
Yep.
the cost of the donation is going to depend on, the how cool the prize is. And for one-time donation, you have a shot at winning that prize. And we do it every year, and we raise a lot of money. We give a lot of toys away, and it's very, very, very cool. So that's the sales pitch, guys. Come donate to our cause.
All right, so now back to the Scott Fish Bowl giveaway. So if you're not familiar with the Scott Fish Bowl is probably the largest fantasy football league. I'm just gonna say it, in the world. Like last year, I think he had 1,060 people in this league. It is the most high profile. The who's who of the fantasy industry is in it. You got like they're godfathers, right? So you got like Matthew Berry, you got the guys from CBS, you got all the FF football guys, the footballers, like just everybody who's anybody in the fantasy industry is basically in this league. And then you have people like me and Jason who are absolute nobodies in this league, but we're in it as well.
Listen, I don't see George. I don't see Matthew Berry handing out one of these out. We're somebody. Scott gave you one to give away.
The tweet Scott tweeted to get, because he gave like 10 people the option to give a spot away. And if you look at that original tweet, like I'm the 101 on that tweet.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean,
I'm just saying, I'm 101. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Listen,
probably pure coincidence, but
that's
I'm taking it.
Listen,
I'm taking
George,
it,
that's what I'm saying. Matthew Berry, you say we're nobodies, but Matthew Berry isn't giving one of these away. You and I are. These people didn't suck up to Matthew Berry. They sucked up to you. That's because you got a spot.
Why they would suck up to me versus Matthew Berry, I don't know. But no, so in the spirit of the Scott Fish Bowl, everybody who knows that Scott is probably one of the most charitable individuals, I'm going to say, on the face of the earth. Like, the dude is just genuinely a good dude. He does so much work for the fantasy industry, and this is his big baby, the Scott Fish Bowl, and it's all charity related. Like, everything that he gets from these eliminators, the donations to Fantasy Cares, the T-shirt sales, the money from the Podathon. Yes, Colin, I agree. So Colin said Matthew Berry ain't nobody compared to y'all. I agree. Colin, congratulations. I don't know if you won, but I'm going to say you did, even though I don't know if you did. So when Scott gave us this option to give this spot away, I really wanted to keep it in the spirit of the Scott Fish Bowl. Like, I easily could have said, hey, follow me on Twitter, follow Jason on Twitter. We're going to do a podcast and tell you how we're going to give the spot away. And then we're going to make you watch a podcast to find out who won. Like, that's not what's going to happen. I mean, you're watching this to find out who won, right? So I guess it kind of did. But the intention behind it wasn't, selfless promotion. Yes, Colin, you just win at life. I agree. Here, actually, let me... Again, if I was a good host, I would just pull it up right there because I forgot I could do that. But so I wanted to keep up with the spirit of Scott Fish Bowl and what Scott does, and I wanted to give away this spot, but I somehow wanted to involve charity. So what we came up with was show us you doing something charitable, whether it was joining a charity football league, whether it was making a donation to a food pantry. I had 35 people who responded to my tweet, and a lot of people have done some amazing things, which was awesome to see this much good. There was even people who were sending stuff to my DMs because they did not want to put their stuff out publicly, but they were showing proof of themselves doing something charitable in their community, but they just, they wanted to keep it private, right? And I respect that completely. So what Jason and I did is we're going to pull up the tweet, and we're just going to go through, and I'm not going to go through all of it because we'll be here way too long. But Jason, was there anything on there that stuck out to you that when you seen, you were like, that's what I'm talking about. That's the spirit of the Scott Fish Bowl that I wanted to see.
So Fabrico Santana, every year on my birthday, I make donations. I collect during the year to an asylum or orphanage in my city. He's part of a social project, and my Spanish is really bad, but Todos Pelo Pele.
Close enough.
Yep, which aims to collect food and
Bonjour.
which aims to collect food and provide nutritional assistance to residents. So like multiple charities, there's a picture of him here donating what looks and looking up close like diapers and good like a ton of products to a charity. That one stood out to me for sure. The guys that shave their heads for cancer.
The St. Baldrick's, yeah. The one guy, and he was like one of the first persons to respond. He did a before and after, like what it was before he shaved for St. Baldrick's, and then what he looked like after. Like, I would have swore to you that's a different dude. Like they completely looked like two different individuals. It was pretty cool to see.
I'm totally jealous about the ability to do that because like I don't have the ability to shave my head for cancer. It's nobody would give me any money. They'd be like, "Wait a minute, you got a head start here." So I'm totally jealous. I'm proud of all y'all joining me as a bald person because here's the thing: like what these guys don't understand is if they shave it, it might not grow back. Like that might be, that hair that was there might have been its last grasp. And is gone forever. So those stood out to me as well. How about you,
one that really stood out to me was from Will F.F. Feltner. That's his name. The Twitter is at Fantasy God. I'm sorry, at Real Fantasy God.
There you go.
Yeah, and he's helping out an organization called Blackout Hunger Foundation. What he did is he helped build a food pantry in an elementary school. And then he showed the video of Travis Frederick, the all-world football player from the Dallas Cowboys, actually there at the school, giving high five to all the little kids and whatnot. And then after that, he showed a couple pictures of the actual food pantry itself. And the reason why this one really does stand out to me is as you know, Jessica works at a school. Jessica is my wife, for those who are tuning in and don't know. My wife works at a school, and during the summer, the school is turned into a food pantry, and they give out lunches to the kids of the school during the summer because, a lot of times that's the only real solid meal that the kids will get during the day. The school that she works at is in a low income area. And so the kids that she deals with are low income children, and they have a lot of different challenges. So seeing that one, like that really stuck out to me. I'm not going to go into great detail on this one, but another one that stuck out to me, and it was somebody who was down on their luck, and somebody who let them stay and live with them while they're down on their luck. So the guy was basically homeless, and he put in the guy that is letting him stay with him. So I thought that was cool. I thought that was really cool. You got all the eliminators, those are cool. I'm super glad to see people doing the eliminators and whatnot. I think they've raised I just donated some money to the eliminators that I'm in. I'm in 2, and I donated $50, and I think they're up over $30,000 right now as far as collecting money for just from the eliminators. So it's like I said, the post is on my Twitter account. We got a Marine who lost his leg overseas. He's a Purple Heart recipient. We put him in. We've got a volunteer firefighter that's in. There's just, so much good that people are doing within the community that I got more of a response on this post than even I had anticipated. Like, I had figured there'd be a few responses. I was not expecting the amount that we got, which made this even a little bit more challenging. So, but anyway, those are some of the ones that stuck out to me.
So one thing I wanted to mention, and I'm trying to find his, again, bad hosting. George, you might know it, but I do want to mention one of our friends, the Third Mike. He's also running another charity league. He's not entered here. I don't believe so, but he's running a charity league. George, what was that called again? And I just had it. Forgot.
It's called the Giving League.
And yeah.
Basically, go ahead, Jason.
Well, so the Giving League is will support the domestic violence. The victims of domestic violence. They had a friend they lost due to domestic violence, and so they started a league a few years ago. Had a bunch of people in it last year, had to give it up for personal reasons, but they're back doing it again this year. I donated and am already part of it, but search on Twitter for the Giving League and the Third Mike. I just want to shout him out because everybody's doing a bunch of stuff fantasy wise, and it's one thing you learn when you join this community, even as a small part like George and I have, but that everybody's willing to help everybody else out, and everybody wants to use this time, this what we do here for some good besides just playing a cool game that we may or may not win. But on top of that, everybody wants to see it do good. So anytime I see something like the Third Mike rolling out the Giving League again, I'm going to shout it out when I can. And so check him out, check out the Giving League. And again, like I said, proceeds to that go to victims of domestic violence. Really cool to be able to help that out too. So why don't we go ahead and get to the Wonder Wheel?
The reason everybody is here, and it's not Jason and I.
It might be.
Is why it might be, but it's probably not. This is why everybody's here. So I went ahead and compiled everybody's Twitter handle that responded in that post, and I put it on this wheel. It's massive. It's got 35 names on this wheel. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to shuffle. I'm just going to keep hitting the shuffle button until Jason tells me to stop.
I might let you do this all night, right? Okay,
I absolutely understand that. Okay,
stop.
So I stopped. Okay. So what I need to do now is go into the wheel and adjust some of these names that for some reason they doubled up. So I need to make sure that I don't have two names back to back and that everybody actually has a spot on this wheel.
I do have to say that sounds like something you might have done before we started.
Well, I did before we started, but somehow when we started to shuffle, I watched it, it kind of messed everything up, but whatever. Anyway, so everybody's got a spot on the wheel. Everybody has a name on the wheel. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spin the wheel, and the wheel will stop on a name. Whatever name this wheel stops on, I want to congratulate you on getting into the Scott Fish Bowl. Your charitable work was awesome, and because you did something awesome, you deserve the recognition, and you deserve to be in the Scott Fish Bowl itself. So with that,
if you win it, though, here's the thing. If you get in and then you win the Scott Fish Bowl, when you go do all of those interviews that you get invited on all these fans, you have to mention us as the reason you got in. That's all I'm asking. It's not too much to ask.
That's all Jason's asking. You're not going to beat me because I'm going to win the Scott Fish Bowl this year. So I'm not even going to ask that of you. But Jason will because he's got no faith. But all right, so ready? Let's spin this thing. There it is. The wheel is spinning. It is spinning.
Is it spinning?
And Beach. Ooh, that's on the line. Jason. Saeed
Kusar Mia.
Thank you. That's
congratulations.
Why he could pronounce the names.
Congratulations. So, you are
Saeed, we will be reaching out to Scott Fish. We'll be giving him your name. Now, do me a favor. And I should have led with this, and I apologize that I didn't. No, not you.
You want me to do you a favor, or are you talking about them?
I want Saeed to do me a favor. make sure you are actually registered for the Scott Fish Bowl. That is extremely important because if you're not, you did not win. So make sure you are actually registered for the Scott Fish Bowl because I know there have been times an entry has been given away, and the person who won it was not registered for the Scott Fish Bowl.
But I'm pretty sure you can register now. So you can register and then we can give it to you. So like what George is saying, not that you have to be registered at this moment that you find out, but you have to be registered before we can give you the spot. So we are going to reach out to you to make sure you're registered, and then we'll reach out to Scott. See, that's how you do that, George.
Well, I appreciate that, but it would be so much easier if you want to get in the Scott Fish Bowl
to register for the Scott Fish Bowl.
Be registered for the Scott Fish Bowl.
Listen, I was sitting around doing nothing when I got mine. It would just be
easier. So we are going to come back to these beautiful mugs. Jason's got his Bucks World Champions hat. I got my Miami Dolphins draft hat.
Well, listen, you guys always win the draft, so congratulations.
And we actually did. No, we normally win the off season. This year we won the draft.
You won the draft, yeah. Anyway, so what we're gonna do here is this has already kind of gone on too long. I missed looking at George, but you guys probably are tired of looking at George, so we're gonna go ahead and close this down. Again, I want to thank George for doing this. First of all, we want to thank Scott Fish for doing everything he does, but particularly giving us a spot instead of Matthew Berry. And I don't know. The dude just sold the nap. He's rich. Saeed. So, congratulations to Saeed. Thank you to
congratulations to everybody. Like everybody who entered. Thank you. You know what I want to do, Jason, real quick?
I was saying goodbye.
I know you were, but I want you to stall if you can for a minute, just so I could find. Okay, see, that's all I needed. That's all I needed was right here. So what he did that got him on the list was a gentleman a couple houses down from him recently passed away, and they sent some money, to help his family. So that's that is 1,000%. Within the spirit of the Scott Fish Bowl.
Listen, it's local charity helping your neighbors.
Money to help that family, absolutely. So I'm honored that Saeed was able to get in.
So and like you said, it's a local charity. It's helping your neighbor. It's making sure somebody can get through a tough time. We've all lost somebody. We all haven't needed money, but just imagine on top of grieving, not knowing where money was going to come from food or for expenses related to the death or medical bills or like on top of a loss. So like it's big when you can help a neighbor, give some money and help emotionally. So yes, sir.
I might have to pull some strings here with Scott.
Why? We get another one?
Well, no, but I gave the wrong entry for Saeed.
Oh, what'd you do?
Yeah,
don't do
that. We're live. We're as live gets, and I gave the wrong one for Saeed. So I'm continuing to scroll through to see if I can find his actual deed. But the person that we read off and we were talking about, like, I feel like maybe they're going to get an entry in as well.
Okay, so anyway, we're going to close this out while George looks for that. We can post what he did on Twitter because, George, I love you, brother, but
it's been a long day. I apologize. Like, I've worked 12 hours yesterday.
You totally Steve Harvey
today. I totally this whole thing. That. I did 1,000%. I set it up for success, and then what did I do? I bombed it.
But here's the thing. You gave out the right name. The guy who won was Saeed. We may get another spot for the guy you read out. We may just, give him a Eddie Lacy jersey, whatever.
I mean, if he wants the Eddie Lacy jersey, it's his, right?
All right. So, guys, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the charitable donations. Thank you for joining our charity leagues if you're going to do that. Also, thank you if you're going to go and do the Giving League. You got to do the giving league too with Mike. Find a charity league, join the charity league. On top of possibly winning cool prizes, you're doing a good thing for society. And listen, we'll catch you next time we do one of these. And thank you for taking a break from your daily grind.
Thank you.